Good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so give me 2 minutes. I'm releasing yesterday's test score and then we'll move on with today's class. Okay, we'll be doing question tags today. So I'll just release the scores. Okay, so did you guys get the score? Was checked because I think it became system error. Once you check, if not, I'll send again. Eh? कुछ है ना? Okay. I don't know what is happening with this. Sometimes it goes 2 times, sometimes it doesn't go even 1 time. So we did subject verb agreement yesterday. By the way, I've not got much responses, guys. So in today's test, I want everybody to do. Some people have submitted twice. Some people have not even submitted. I know their names as well. So you know who you are. Guys, now check. Now though you will see the response. अब त आयो होला guys, check your email. Ma'am, link पठाइदिनुस् न, save नै भएन छ. Now let it be. I sent you yesterday, you had one whole day. And then I even asked to check it from your friends. So now if you are asking for link, that means that you are doing carelessness. So leave it. I don't want your response now. Okay, so let's start with today's class. We'll be studying question tags. Do you know what is question tags? Like, tell me. Guys, do you know what are question tags? Give me an example. She is a girl, isn't she? Let's open the door, shall we? Very good. I'm impressed that you guys gave an example. I'm screen sharing garno bako कि मेरो now I have shared. अब तो देखियो होला. She is a doctor, isn't she? Yeah, very good. Samiksha, can you see the screen now? A teacher goes to school daily, doesn't he? Yeah, doesn't he or doesn't she can also be teacher, can be female also. They could hear me, couldn't they? Yes, okay, good. So everybody, can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Why there are only less people today, like only 27 people? Okay, so let's not waste time and let's start the class. Okay. Let her do homework. Will you? Yes, correct. Okay. So question tags. These are very short clause at the end of statement, which changes the statement into a question. So like few of your friends gave the example, like the teacher goes to school daily, doesn't he? The teacher goes to school daily, doesn't she? And then let me do the work, will you? Okay, so that doesn't he, doesn't she, will you, and then do I, couldn't they, and then isn't she, all these the short phrases or short clauses you can say at the end of the statement, which also converts the statement into a question. So those clauses are known as question tags. For example, this is my book, isn't it? So in this statement, isn't it is the question tag. Another example I'll give you, she is a doctor, isn't she? So isn't she is the question tag in this statement. Okay, I'm just giving example from what you guys have sent in the chat box. Okay, another example is let's open the door. Shall we? Okay, so shall we is the question tag in this sentence. Did you get the concept of question tags? Those who don't know, and also everybody. Okay, so now we'll move on to like in what ways we can use the question tags, or maybe like you can say the rules or rules for like, okay. So now first is use of modal verb or be verb. So be verb is auxiliary verb like is, am, are, and you know, she, he, she. I, her, like that. Okay. So basically what happens is, like, if you have to read the statement, like I should go out. So the question tag will be starting from this only, should only, okay? But it will be in like negative form, like I should go out, shouldn't I? And if it is shouldn't, then it will be should. Okay, you just have to change the form. के positive, agadi positive सब बने. In question tag it will be negative. If it is negative in the statement, then the question tag will be positive. Okay. For example, I should go out. Shouldn't I? I shouldn't shout. Should I? I have two brothers, don't I? It's my, have might won't be it won't be like, as I said, yeah, should sa bane, should not unsa hai na. So yeah, have sa bane, have not I is to na. Have will always be don't. Okay. In this case, it will be don't. We will see if there are other cases also. I have two brothers, don't I? She cannot dance. Can she? Okay, like yeah, cannot. So when we used can here. And then I can paint. Can't I? Here can so when we will use here cannot or can't. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rest, everybody. Just keep in your mind, okay, if it is a positive in the state, if it is the statement is positive initially, the question tag will be negative. If it is negative, it will be positive. Okay, that's the simple basic rule which you have to follow. Okay, let's move to next slide. Now, if there is used as a subject in the statement, it is repeated in the tag. Okay, similarly as we did in the previous slide. For example, there is a party tomorrow, isn't there? Okay. Normally what we do, you might say, isn't it? Okay. Like you might, like, like when you speak, generally it comes, isn't it? But you have to understand the rule. If here there is present, at the end also it will be there only. Okay. Okay. So there is a holiday tomorrow, isn't there? There is a party tomorrow, isn't there? There is a notebook, isn't there? Okay. Is that clear, guys? If there is being used in the subject, it will also be repeated at the end in the question tag. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so now we move on to slide 3. So in the slide 3, what it is given that if the statement has the expression I am, we use aren't I or am I not in the tag. Okay, so guys, one question, have you guys heard the word ain't I? Like, it's such a fancy English word, ain't. Yes or no? So what happens is, like, last time when I was teaching, there were few students who asked me like, ma'am, why don't we use ain't I instead of aren't I or am I not? So that, like, you might even you might have a question like, why we don't use ain't I, right? So I'll tell you in the starting only. So ain't I is basically used as informal language. Okay, like this we are doing in terms of study, right? So it is a formal language. We have to use the standard basic English. So that's why we won't use ain't I. But if you are someone talking to like informally, like, like to a friend or something, in that case, you can use ain't I. Okay, guys, is it clear how you will use ain't?
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
I will give you the example of this. Okay, so if the statement has the expression I am, we use aren't I or am I not in the tag. For example, I am happy. Aren't I? I am happy. Am I not? Am I not would look much better, I feel, but you can use aren't I also. Okay, and then here we have exception. Exception you have already studied in the first slide, like here it is I am not happy. So not is negative. So obviously the question tag will be positive only. So you will be right here, am I? See here, see the point here. I am happy. Am I not? Not yayanta. But in this, not is here. So obviously not won't be at the end. Did you understand the concept? Positive, negative. Like you have to balance it out. Okay. So you can use, let's say there is an example, like there is a question in the test, like I am sad, comma, full, comma, dash. Okay. Options are number A, aren't I? Number 2, am I not? Number C, none. Number D, A and B. So what would you choose as answer?
Option D.
Option D. Guys, you will choose option D because in option D you have both A and B, right? Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
good. But if let's say only aren't I is given in option, you can use aren't I only. If am I not is given in option, you can use am I not only. And guys, one more important thing, don't always think that the answer will be given in the options. Okay, sometimes you might get confused. So you just have to understand the concept, and if you don't find the answer, there will always be a none option. Okay, so that is also an answer sometimes. Not necessary that but let's say in this question, am I not is the answer. So am I not देगी उस option में? It's not necessary. It's a trick for the examiners. You know, like they will like put such options, and you will be like, oh, am I not theoki you theoki? You'll get confused and you'll write the wrong answer. So always keep in mind that be confident with your answer. And if you don't know the answer, they will. If you don't find the answer in the options, there will always be an option none banera. Okay, so you can take that. It's just I just wanted to like quickly share this because like many like everyone gets confused during, everyone gets nervous during the exam hall. They don't have time to think that much. So just keep in mind. This was a bit out of the topic, so it's okay, but it was necessary for me to understand, make you understand. Okay, so are you clear with this aren't I, am I not concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Now, if the subject, fourth slide, if the subject is given that or this, okay, we always use it in the tag. For example, this is expensive, isn't it? That is very far, isn't it? That place is very far, isn't it? Okay, if this or that is given, we use it at the end. If there is given, we use there at the end. Okay, so this is the example of this or that. Is there any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So see here. Here we used this or that. So we used it. Next slide, these or those. So we will use they. Okay. For example, these are good, aren't they? Those are very bad, aren't they? Okay. So if you use this and that, it will be used it. Okay. If you use these or those, and in that case, you will be using they. Is it's easy or it's difficult, guys? Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall I move to next slide? Is there any confusion till now?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay. She had few friends. Ma'am, what will be its question tag? Hadn't she or didn't she? She had few friends. Hadn't she? Hadn't she, though it won't be, I guess. Or didn't she? I'll quickly check, okay? Because even I'm confused. I think it would be don't she, maybe. Wait. Okay, so guys, in this case, wait, hadn't he, had he. Okay, so it will be hadn't she. She had few friends, hadn't she? Okay, it will be, yeah, I just saw, yeah, okay. So I saw one example. So it has given like, if it is in the question had someone, it will be hadn't. If it is hadn't someone, it will be had. If he had someone, hadn't he? And he hadn't someone, had he also. Okay. So Sony, the example, Sony and others, there is an example shared by a friend. So the example is she had few friends. So the question tag for this will be hadn't she. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, guys. So where were we? Okay, we were in the sixth slide. So if the statement is imperative, we use will you in the tag. So imperative is basically like giving orders, okay? Like stand up, don't go out, sit down, okay? Like some sort of orders. So in that case, you will be using will you. Stand up, will you? Don't go out, will you? Um, uh, come, come to school on time, will you? Okay, let's orders followed by the statement which is in an order form. Don't eat, will you? No, don't eat the, oh, like why would you not want the person to eat? Like if you, okay, if that person is overeating, in that case you can say don't overeat, will you? But like if you want that person to eat, in that case you can say eat your food, will you? Okay. Stop playing, will you? Stop shouting, will you? Okay. Like, did you understand me? Like, what kind of sentence are imperative in which you give order? Okay. So that sentences are known as imperative. And in that imperative sentences, we always use will you. Okay, guys, can you give one example? Like anybody, give me one example. Then I'll be like, yeah, you guys understood. Someone is saying, I firmly believe that children ought to be disciplined. So I didn't get your point. What do you mean by this? Guys, I asked you the example of whole sentence, like not just imperative. Like you guys are saying close the door, shut the window. So you have to say a proper sentence. Open the door, will you? Yes, very good. He will not do his work. Will he? Uh, Actually, we are studying about imperative sentences. So this is a basic sentence, Barsha. Like I basically wanted you to use a sentence which has an order Okay. Come fast, will you? Cats love milk, will you? No, no, it's wrong. Cats love milk, will you? It's wrong. That's not an order. Don't go there, will you? Shut the window, will you? Do your homework, will you? Very good, very good, very good. Nice. So you guys got the concept, right? Okay, so let's move on to next slide now. Let them do now. Will you? Yes, okay, great. Okay, so now we have okay. So there is a difference here, okay? In one sentence you have let us, in another sentence you have let's, okay? So if let us is there, in that case you will be using will you, or can we, okay? And if it's let's, in that case you will be using shall we, okay? So let us go out, will you? Let us go out, can we? Let's sing, shall we? Let's dance, shall we? Let's party, shall we? Let's do the homework, shall we? Okay. And first example, it can be, let us roam around, will you? Let us roam around, can we? Let us travel, will you? Let us travel, can we? Okay, is it clear, guys? How, when will you use will you and can we, and when will you use shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh wow, you can write in bold also. I didn't know that. Someone has typed in bold letters in the chat box. I didn't know we could do that also. Oh, I got it now. Did you get my question in bold? Okay, now you'll get it. Wait. See now. Yeah. So you can just, when you type the chat box, just click on the format thing and then you'll get it. Okay. Sorry for that. I just wanted to try. Okay. So let's move on to next slide. So in this one, if everyone or somebody is used in the statement, we use plural verb and we always use they. Okay. For example, everyone was there. Weren't they? Someone is going. Aren't they? Okay. Like you will be using plural verb and they. So in this case, were is a plural, was, were, and is, am, are, you know, these are plural. Okay, guys. So you whenever you see everyone or somebody, you will be using plural verb and they as a question tag. Okay, for again, I'll repeat the example. Everyone was there. Weren't they? Someone is going. Aren't they? Somebody is going. Aren't they? Okay, but if you have nobody, okay, so nobody is happy, it kind of gives you a negative statement, right? Nobody sunne bite gayi. So in that case, if the statement is negative, obviously the question tag will be positive. You studied this in first slide only, right? So if in the question it's given nobody is happy, you won't be saying aren't they, because statement is already negative, so you will be using the positive question tag. Okay, you will be using are they. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, in last slide, we studied about everyone and somebody. In this slide, we'll study about something, everything, anything, nothing. Okay. So if it's given something, everything, anything, in that case, you will be using it in the question tag. Okay. Something is missing, isn't it? Everything is sorted, isn't it? Anything can be done, isn't it? Okay. But if you have nothing, again, nothing gives you the negative statement, right? Like nothing is available. So it sort of give you a negative statement. So obviously you cannot use isn't. You will be using is only because it is a positive sentence. Is that clear? In last slide also we studied nobody. So nobody is negative. So we will be using positive statement. In this case, nothing is negative. So we will be using positive. Okay. So if it is given something, everything, anything, in that case, you will be using isn't it. But if it is given nothing, okay, you will be using is it. You will be using positive question tag. Okay, guys, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so somebody, can you give me example of everything, using everything? Just write in the chat box. Everything is going well, isn't it? Everything is expensive, isn't it? Okay, great. Everything is very expensive, isn't it? Okay. Okay, guys, I got your point. Oh, wow. That was the last slide. Great. So, guys, we are done with question tags. Is there any confusion? Everything has gone bad today, hasn't it? Right. Everything is available, isn't it? Yes, very good. Okay, so guys, now tell me, do you have any confusion in question tag in any of the slide?
No, ma'am.
Nobody dares to challenge them, do they? It will be do they, obviously. Nobody Chavanta, it will be positive only. It won't be don't or it won't be daren't.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, since there is no confusion, I will stop sharing this and I will, so if someone is unmuted, okay, I muted her. Okay, so I will now, we will do the test as usual. So are you ready for the test, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. It's easy. Like if you have understood the concept properly, it's very easy. All right. So we just have 10 questions in this one. So what you can do is you can take a break till 7:45. Okay, not if you want a 5-7 minutes break, you can take a break till 7:45, 7:48, and then I shall do the test. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, guys. See you at 7:45, 48. Hmm. Ah. Guys, right now I've given you 5-7 minutes break to freshen up. After you come back from the break, and that time I'll give you the test link, okay? So you can go have water, go to washroom. Okay, so now it's time for the test. Everybody, please have a look in your chat box. You might have got a Google Forms link, and please do this. You just have 10 questions. So I think you will be done in 10 minutes, maybe. Okay, I'm waiting. Please start with your test, and those who have not arrived, when they arrive, they will start their test automatically. Okay, so all the best. Ma'am, Ijoko ni dinu na. So Ijoko, I have forwarded to the academy. Please contact the academy for that, okay? For now, do 2 days. Okay, so I'll today's link, someone is asking again. Okay. Okay, guys. So has everybody submitted? Okay, so if it's done, I'll just share the responses. So, is there anybody left? Because uh, later it will create a problem then. Okay, I have released the scores. Some people might not have got because um, check in your email. So I'll just see, I'll just tell who have to submit again. I've got an email here. Okay, so Marisa Singh 23@gmail.com. Timro comma COMM boyo. So you might not get the response. And then Himanshu Malla 123@gmail.com. Gmail ko satta MAIL ko satta MAIK ko sir. So you won't get you won't get response as well. Okay, guys. So there are three people left to get the response. I'll just quickly give it to them. Okay. So now yeah, I've sent the responses to everybody. Only the 2 students who I have named, you guys can do it later, okay? So I'll just end the class now. And tomorrow we'll study about another topic, okay? Have a good day, everybody.
Okay, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye.